But what I'm saying is there a community that you're serving that does want to be here, either for the McCormick Center, or
business,
for Chinatown, or for...
If it's literally
right, because like if I want to stay in Lincoln Park and go out to like the college bars, then I'm not going to be happy here.
No.
Right, because it's too far.
But really nice thing is that we are close to public, like the Red Line. We have our own Red Line here, which is really convenient. But our people who specifically choose us to come here is business from McCormick or price point. Right. We are very, very extremely competitive as far as the rest of the city is concerned.
And what about like the Chinese community for Chinatown?
Like traveling in. Yeah. There are some that are. I can see that they basically they have tons and tons of guests from China coming in
if I
all
were
the time.
You, I would experiment with like on your listing, having now seen it, seeing sort of where you live, trying to appeal to that and say like, what, I don't know if you speak Mandarin or anything.
I speak Cantonese.
Okay, Cantonese, whatever. Just like say like, great place for people traveling from blah blah blah. Speak Cantonese. You're in the community. Talk about like some of the restaurants. I don't think it's going to turn off people that would stay here for business, but you might become like sort of a great go-to place. And my guess is in those communities, there's probably a lot of like word of mouth. Right? Like if I came and stayed at your place with Charles, I'm not going to do word of mouth about anything. I'm not going to be like, hey, Tony, you got to come to China. I just don't really give recommendations. It's like my network is kind of small, but like if somebody comes and they have a great place in the culture with the language and it's like in their environment, they'd be like, when they get back home, be like, go here. The name of the game is to have the occupancy, right? And then you raise prices until you start to lose occupancy. So whether it's filled with like people visiting from China or Hong Kong or people going to the McCormick thing, if you're fully booked, then you just keep raising prices. And the beautiful thing about raising prices is it's all profit. Right? It's all profit. Because your costs haven't gone up at all. And that's a very rare thing. In most other businesses, if you at your restaurant and you want to sell more, you need to buy more supplies, more napkins, more dishwashers, more food. Here it's like, we're at $100 a night. Okay, we just raised prices to $120. That's $20 more to your bottom line. And then the other thing, and one of the things that we're going to talk about a lot more as we go into the membership, is expense management. People don't really understand. I've said this to Charles, it's hard to say it like publicly when you're just speaking to thousands of people that you don't know. But there's an element of wanting to be the best host and providing the best hospitality. We were just to do that. Okay. And you need to do that, right? Like I'm not saying not to, but you don't need to go out and go overboard, have all of this and this and this and this. And I make eggs and I have coffee and espresso and this and the other, blah, blah, because okay, well, you know what? If you're doing your job,
lower
price
sometimes we've actually talked about that too. Like we like to give like a bottle of wine or just something just really just has that extra. Like I think you were talking about like there's good, there's satisfactory, there's line, and you want a little bit above that is actually super nice. Is where you want to be. Moment, but then I think they listed it a couple of times and it never was sold. And when I came in, like I can tell why it was probably never sold because it was just it needed some love. And what actually also helped us get it at a really nice price is that we found out that the owners actually didn't even live in Chicago anymore. So like we knew that they just wanted to get rid of it. So so this is
very nice.
We always like the subway tile sort of look, and we're gonna go for like the more like the industrial little modern, like the Chelsea sort of. Everyone loves that sort of look, and we're doing some things that we would have never done if we would live here. Like over here, this used to be a closet, so we're actually making the opening wider and taller to fit a queen hideaway Murphy bed. So because one of the things that we noticed is that we can come at our own current place. We actually people have stayed with us for that. Have 8 people, and we have 2 twin aero beds.
Charge more
absolutely,
That's great.
And so and that's actually, no one's ever complained. Everything, they've actually said like, thank you for actually having 7 to 8 people. Like we can do this, and it'd be nice because a lot of times big families, like we travel in our extended family is 10 people. They do that all the time,
Right.
which is very convenient. So one of the things that I wanted people to actually sleep on a real bed, and I think that'll be a really big plus. So that's what I wanted it to create, and something that hides away. And when we have doors there, we're covered. No one will even know that it was there. This bathroom right here, it was crazy. They literally gutted everything. There used to be a closet over here, and we wanted to actually just change it out completely to a walk-in shower to make it more modern and a little cooler looking. So they're about to do that. Yeah, a little sliding barnyard door to save space. This is the largest room out of all of them. This is probably, we're going to put two twins, probably one here and one over there.
What are you going to do for lighting?
Lighting, originally there was track lighting, like what you see in our current, it's almost the exact same, basically mirror image. There used to be a track lighting, but we got rid of that, and I think we're just going to do we're going to probably, oh, they actually sealed up the hole. They're probably going to do something along the lines of either desk lighting that is controlled by a switch, or we're going to put another ceiling light that looks better, because I think the old one looks really, really super outdated. They are painting all like the doors, but chances are we're probably going to have like an open closet maybe, and we might even do something with the closets, like maybe half and half, just because we've noticed that no one's ever used the closets for anything, so we might use it like more for something different that's more useful. I'm not quite sure yet.
I think you're going to kill it.
Yeah. So hopefully.
So did you get a mortgage through the local bank here?
No, this one we actually we paid it out up front.
Good.
Completely. Yeah.
Oh, you're great. Then.
Yeah. So that's and then we're about to we're in the
your return is going to be
yeah.
phenomenal.
We're about to set up, because one of the things that we haven't done yet is we're about to set up our business entity, and then also setting up, like, getting everything ready for like business and taxes and concern, because before we were just doing it as this individual. Now we want to, like, actually for all like tax benefits and purposes, we want to make sure that now we have to create everything proper for future growth.
Keep good records on all the stuff here.
Oh yeah, doing a lot of researching on that prior to when you made that video, and I wanted to actually either take out a mortgage and do this for like the other property, or probably maybe the one next door, or taking a HELOC and just paying that one out as soon as possible, so that everything will just be pure profit.
Cool. Well, listen, I think that's looking fantastic. I think you guys are going to have a really, really great business opportunity there. And I love the way that you're already thinking about like expanding next door if and when that neighbor's thinking about selling. Monetize that, make as much money as you possibly can. And as we were talking about inside, if that unit comes up for sale before you have enough money saved, since you don't have a mortgage down on that, just take a home equity line of credit out, or even just a mortgage, and start to use that money to buy that place and renovate it. And then you'll have 3 in this immediate compound, which is just unbelievable. Yeah. And now you can start to service people that are either like extended families, or maybe small business outings that are going to McCormick if there's a team of people. I'm so inspired and appreciative of you guys having us here and showing us what you're up to. It's really cool, and it's going to be a great foundation for your next endeavor. And I love the way you're already thinking and entrepreneurial and growing and taking risks and embracing it. Bravo, good for you.